Let's talk about brokers and attorneys in business transactions and how they should work together. From the beginning of the transaction, the broker and the attorney should be communicating. The broker should be communicating to the attorney all the relevant players, their names, the entities involved, what's the general outline of the transaction. The communication aspect between attorneys and brokers is fundamental. The attorney wants a broker that's going to stay engaged in the transaction and that's going to give him or her regular updates on what's happening, boots on the ground between the buyer and the seller. The broker should be conveying information to that attorney, important milestones, for instance, lending commitments, franchise approvals, basically what's happening from the purchase agreement perspective. The attorney will need to know, okay, this is being met or we have an issue here. All that information should be filtered from the broker to the attorney, so if there are any legal issues involved, that attorney can respond appropriately. As the transaction starts to close, the broker can ensure that all the names of the parties are correct on the closing documents, the prorations are right, little things that need to get cleaned up with asset lists or inventory, all those things can be taken care of so that everything is as it should be at the closing. Uh, Fundamentally, it comes down to communication between the broker and the attorney. There might be times when the attorney will have some important concerns or needs to negotiate something, but because of the relationships involved, might want to pass the baton over to the broker because the broker might have a better relationship and doesn't want to spook the parties to ruin the deal. And that's really one of the things that brokers often worry about with attorneys is that they're going to be deal killers. Attorneys have a fiduciary obligation always to their client, but there are times when discretion should be used, and the attorney should defer and be engaged with the broker about what's the best way to resolve an issue. Really, when the broker and the attorney are working together, are on good terms, good communication, the deal is going to go a lot smoother. There are going to be less hiccups, and everybody is going to walk away happy, the buyer and the seller. So that's how brokers and attorneys should work together in a business transaction. They shouldn't be in an adversarial position. They should really be working hand in hand for the best interests of their client.